Cisco Grimplexus and Escort. Hello everyone and welcome to another Mechwarrior Online video made from Twitch highlights off my live stream and brought to you on YouTube. This time a couple of battles in the Cougar Prime (S) Special Edition that were sort of special but quite fun at the same time. Hi guys. And no reply was the answer. Regular watchers will know that when there's no reply in comms during the dropship phase, I usually have a sinking feeling about the battle, but I was wrong this time round. Keep watching, you'll see why. In particular, keep an eye on chat. Prefer not to, nobody listens to me when I speak.
Come on, forget this idiot, this was the last games.
Commando Ice Ferret, I'm only 81 kph in the Cougar, so I can't get the batteries and get back quick enough. Need you guys to do it.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Warriors destroy the enemy base and protect our own. Affirmative. Thanks.
So just to introduce the mech that I'm driving, it's the Cougar Prime Special Edition 30% C-Bill bonus with XP medallions giving an extra 10% XP. It's got 2 Clan extra range large lasers and 2 LRM 10s on it with 4 tons of ammo. And it's only got 11 skill points so far, so it's carrying a UAV and an arty strike. It's not very fast because it hasn't got speed tweak and it's a fixed engine giving 81 kph. It's been built as a mid to long range support mech and a bit of a sniper, as well as, you know, a scout when necessary, when there's nothing else with any speed available. That's how I'm going to play it in this battle, and I think you'll enjoy the results. So in this opening phase of the battle, I'm going to support the lights that have gone for the battery. That's them to the left, while the heavies and the assaults and the mediums get into position. Now, I'm moving up here to allow for spotting between the buildings because I've often seen a rush come through here, and you can see that from here I'm able to get the LRMs away to support the lights that went down to that battery where target Alpha is, and hopefully keep him off them, because I'll keep him and his mate that's just mates that have just turned up busy with the LRMs, keeping them ducking, keeping them twisting and turning away from the LRMs, and hopefully stop them from doing anything to the mechs that have gone for the battery. And that looks like the Ice Ferret's just run back with a battery. I hope so. And meanwhile our mediums have moved around here and they need some support now. So a nice UAV's been dropped there, which has lit up 3 or 4 targets, and I'm just going to keep poking them and keep throwing those LRMs down range to keep them busy.
We're going to bring this battery back now.
Move up assaults, please. Stop them getting a chance to focus our mechs there.
New target acquired. Artillery strike online.
And there's an ECM mech down there, which is why it's taken me a while to get locks. But I'm just taking advantage of good steady locks to pour solid fire down onto them mechs. And keep the one closest to our mechs distracted.
New target acquired.
And at this point I've made the false assumption that we're down to just one mech down there. I didn't look at the kill score, and
Artillery strike activated.
that one's gone behind the building, so I'm going to put an arty strike in there.
Target acquired.
Radar coming up.
New target acquired.
There's a light mech in H8, be careful.
There's a couple of them there.
And that's an excellent team
So
comm
there's
warning,
light mech sitting in the back.
because it allows me, now that I've lost my target down that channel, to turn to this channel
Acquired.
and start providing support here for our mechs that are down in the gully.
H8 G8 guys,
New
go on.
target acquired.
LRM at one of them, lasers at the other.
Ammo at 25%.
Start taking out the one that's closest to our mechs. Move round a bit, get a better angle. And again, LRM lock on one of them, lasers on the other.
Target acquired.
And that Kit Fox is a problem. He looks to be triple AMS. He's
Target
knocking down
destroyed.
my missiles.
New target acquired.
We need that Kit Fox C down. He's taking down all the missiles.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
And here I just redirect back to the one that I can get a lock on. Just keep the fire going out. And I'm in a position to use lasers and missiles, but he's gone behind that rock stack.
New target acquired.
So I come back up. I can't get a clear laser shot into that melee. So I'm going to switch back to missiles.
Target destroyed.
And I got a kill for it. Now I have got clear laser shots under the buildings there.
The radar is unpowered.
Start focusing that one that's visible.
LRM ammo depleted.
I'm very aware of that, what looked like Timberwolf or similar, that's gone left behind the rock stack. We've got another kill there. Enemy team is collapsing
Target
rapidly.
acquired.
That Marauder's going to be a problem for our team though. He's fairly fresh. And he's a multiple weapon like me.
Incoming missile.
Both direct fire, which will be ballistic in his right shoulder, and missiles. So I'm repositioning to throw him off the scent a bit. And as he's probably turned round to see our other guys, I spot that guy moving down. Get a few good long range snipes at him.
And Victor's been barely touched.
And then as the Marauder turns his back to me, put a couple into his back, he throws some missiles up at me.
Incoming missile.
Not sure how he got a lock on me, but he did. And he's facing me, so it's not a good position to stay here. Back off, get behind the building. Take his first salvo, get behind the building, let the building absorb the next one.
I shot just as you killed him. Some of my missiles might have hit you.
Jamming tower online.
And he's turned to focus me. He's seeing me as a bigger threat than the three mechs
I'm
behind
out
him.
of ammo.
Now he's finally
Yeah,
woken
no.
up.
But hey, I've managed to take 4 tons of it, so 400 SRMs, and I went through them all. I'm happy with that.
And this now allows me to get free shots on the Marauder, because our mechs down there, including another Marauder, have got his full attention. Good shots in his back. He's CT critical now.
Target destroyed.
And that little commando is doing a fantastic job. Time to hit the base, guys.
Hang on, before you do, let me see if me ramming one of the structures actually does anything.
What, the square buildings, you mean?
Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's very slow, but if you were the last mech on the map and it was the only way to win, you could do it.
Well,
That is the truth. I've seen that
I'm gonna
happen
body
before.
ram one of them and win this game. Because I've
You
run out of
don't get
SRMs.
killed by some turrets.
Yeah, I'll probably die to turrets.
I think when I saw it before, it was a Mad Dog doing
Can you
it,
imagine?
which is a 65, 70 ton mech, and he was slamming
I'm saying
into
that
it,
my front armor's not that bad. It's my
Hey.
rear armor.
and he was doing about 1% damage every 3 times that he hit it. So it is possible to actually damage these buildings by ramming them if you've got no weapons left, but you've got to have absolutely no turrets shooting at you or anything, otherwise they'll beat you.
No! Stop shooting me!
Which he's finding out right now.
Target
Oh.
acquired.
Our champion has lost power.
And it's about now that we get the damage
Okay,
needed to
good
win
work.
the match.
A glorious victory, warrior.
Well done, everybody.
Thanks for the match, guys.
That was better. 570
Ooh,
damage.
2 kills.
2 kills, 7 assists, 1 KMDD, spotting, 7 components, 5 savior kills. much better. 384 battle score. Okay. Let's try again for Polar. Let's try for Assault. So the very next match just went straight back out in the same mech. This time tried for one of my favourite maps in a light mech, and that's Polar Highlands. There's a couple of names in this match that seem familiar. Can't swear to it. I keep mentioning this because it's a measure of the player population. If you keep seeing the same names over and over and over again, then means the population player is quite small. But if you keep seeing new names almost every battle, then the population's getting bigger. And if you go lots of battles without seeing a familiar name, it means that there's been an influx of players,
Online.
which is what we're all after. We need more people in the game.
Online.
Let it grow.
All systems nominal.
So once we've got the mini-map up in the dropship, I'm looking at it, checking orientation, being ready to move straight off, because on this map what I like to do is I like to get up onto the high ground in front of me immediately, because that then allows me to see where the enemy dropships are leaving from. Just see them in the distance there. So I know that I've got to cut diagonally across the squares on the mini-map to get towards them, that they're not coming down, or they're not going to be approaching from, say, the top of the H line or the top of the G line in this case, that they're actually going to be further over, more towards the 10, 11 o'clock as I'm looking at it now. That's the theory, because that's where the dropships left from. But we'll see when we finally find them. Where did they come from? Was it where I was expecting?
Online.
Come on, guys at the back, pedal to the metal. Or was it further over? Regardless of which, spotting the dropships as early as possible is always a good indication of where they've spawned. So we're coming up towards the middle of the map now, and I'm starting to look for a position where I can get a vantage point to spot for them, but also that's got good cover that I can duck behind and use these LRMs to good effect. I'm way out in front of the team at the moment, so I'm acting as a scout and a spotter rather than a support mech sitting in behind them. And this hill looks good. It seems familiar. It's probably one fairly close to where the domination match radar dome sits. And there's a candidate.
Target acquired.
Try and get a lock on him. Get a set of missiles away. Lose the lock just after launching the missiles.
New target acquired.
And I made a mistake there. I should have immediately swung and fired the lasers at that linebacker.
Target spotted.
Warning, incoming missile.
And they've brought an LRM boat with them, or at least a mech with some LRMs. I don't think it's a boat, because that looked like a pair of LRM 10s or LRM 5s. So if they're over on that ridge,
New
then
target acquired.
I can afford to be up here, keeping the ridge between them and me, while the rest of the team that's moving in from my right is spotting them. But I don't want to stand still. I want to keep
New
moving
target
backwards and
acquired.
forwards, make it harder for any snipers to get a shot at me. And it looks like they're going to push through quite quickly here, so get a shot on him. Some more. He hasn't twigged that I'm here. Even though he's just taken fire from his right, he's not realised where it's coming from. But there's a little light mech, looks like a locust, just cut through there. He is a concern.
Target destroyed.
And I've just taken fire from the right, so I'm dropping under the hill. And where's that locust?
Activated.
Don't know.
Target acquired.
That guy hasn't seen me. And even when I shoot him in the back, he's not bothered. And his mate coming round behind him has seen the shots going past him into his mate, and he still hasn't twigged that I'm behind them. That Storm Crow, I think it is finally recognised that I'm here. Turned around, took a look at me. So now I need to reposition, just to make sure that there's nothing going to come in behind me.
Acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
And here's the Lerms coming in at me. I've just seen a laser try to sweep across me, but it went high. I see the Lerm boat at 11 o'clock.
Incoming missile.
Try to get some cover between him and me.
Warning, incoming missile.
And remembering that I'm primarily a support mech, even though I'm a light mech. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some of my heavier teammates between the enemy and me. And then I'm going to abuse my range. And still there Lerm boats chasing me.
Target destroyed. New
So
target
I need
acquired.
him to lose sight of me. I'm willing to move back, lose a few seconds of shooting, just to get that enemy mech off me, because my center torso is already critical.
New target acquired.
That's one of the problems with the Cougar. The nose in the cockpit sticks out so far that you can get a hit on your center torso from 90 degrees to the left or right. And classic maneuver here. That guy hasn't seen me. Move up, get the lock, send the missiles off, and then fire the lasers. And as he starts moving, I've still got the lock, and the missiles are coming in and hitting him. And as he turns to respond to me, move back, use that rock as a shield, rocking backwards and forwards so that the snipers that are now at my 7 o'clock can't get shots on me. I want to get down behind this defile though, into this defile. And one of the things I keep trying to tell people is if you're in an LRM boat, specifically LRM boat, when you're in this sort of confused melee situation, light mechs are your priority. You've got to take down the enemy light mechs and keep them away from your own heavier mechs. Now at the moment I'm just shooting at targets of opportunity, and there's a light mech, it's an Irby. Get the lasers on him, missiles on him, lasers on him again. Still got him in lock, missiles out, lasers on him again.
Critical. Target destroyed.
And he goes down, giving me a breather to drop some heat. Urban mech is a very dangerous light mech. Never underestimate them.
Target destroyed.
And there's another kill, and there's another light mech. Let's have him. And lost visibility, and his airstrike missed. It was an airstrike because the shells came down in a line rather than a splash. If he'd used an arty strike, he would have probably got me.
Base is being captured.
Right, they're now after the base, so I'm going to swing around, swing back.
New target acquired.
There's our AFK assault in the distance. Disconnected as he dropped into battle. Use this building just to lose the lock from the mech that's in the base, so he doesn't know where I'm going. He's probably waiting for me. Artillery strike down there, get a good splash, try and drive him out of the cap square. Just not expose myself, just use the crest of this hill for cover LRM across the top of it. Reposition now that he's started shooting back. Just need to splash him, that's all I've got to do. Stops the cap counter. That gives our guys... Bit of help on the base, guys. Gives our guys time to come back. The longer I can keep the counter standing still, the better. And with this type of fire output without receiving any back... spoke too soon. It's possible that I could kill him down. And now he's gone behind... there we go. He's gone behind the base unit. One to find. Couldn't get a shot on him. There's the last one. We've got a heavy and an assault going to the right, so I'm going to go to the left and cut him off. And the more angles of fire that we can get at him, the better. Come up. He's dropped down, so I want to stay high, get above him.
Target destroyed.
Got a shot in him just as somebody finished him off. So some classic support play there. Never get in the front line brawling. Always be close to the front line, but behind our heavies. Well done, everyone. 710 damage that time. Yay. 2 kills, 1 solo, 2 KMDDs. 7 spots, 5 components. Only 2 savior kills. UAV did its job. Scouting and flanking. Protected. Some AMS stuff. That was a good all-round session, that. How did we do on the team? 710. 2 mediums. Well, Hunchback is a medium. Mad Dog 2C is an assault. They're the only 2 that beat me for damage. For battle score, the Hunchback beat me. The assault did not. Excellent battle score off that Hunchback, though. God, struth.